Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living, and thanks for joining me today. As you can see by the title, we're going to talk about protein today, and no, I'm not joking. You know, normally it's a good laugh in the raw vegan world, about where do you get your protein, and we always get a good laugh, but nobody ever follows up on that. And to me, and like I say, I'm always just, this is my take on what I've been looking at. You know, I'm a little interested in the protein now because I'm starting to fill in the gaps of my lifestyle. And you know, I've been trying to put a little healthy lean muscle mass back on, so I've been trying to pay extra attention to the protein. I'm not going nuts and I'm not using any protein supplements, but I do think it's more than, you know, a lot of times when this question comes up, it's just haha, oh, we get our fruits and vegetables. It's a generic stock answer. Oh, we get our protein from fruits and vegetables. Well, you need to get a little bit more in depth than that, because to be quite honest, I think a lot of your gurus out there are maybe leading you astray on the protein thing, talking about people aren't deficient of protein. You know, especially now vegans don't have quite the same issues as the raw vegans do, but you still have to, you know, you're not consuming animal products. But they have the beans, they tend to eat the beans a little bit more. They get the grains, there's amino acids in the grains that they're getting. But the raw vegans, where are you getting your protein? Okay, you want to really push it a little bit further, low-fat raw vegans, so you're probably not eating a lot of nuts and seeds. Where are you getting your protein? So I was doing a little research, and I just kind of wanted to see how it stacked up, because even, you know, sometimes people that that are on our side, that, you know we can do it, they still exaggerate a little bit. And they kind of skew the numbers, like this whole thing about broccoli having more protein than meat. Well, by weight it does, but you'd have to eat, you know, you can definitely, like, I think 100 calories of broccoli has way more protein than 100 calories of steak, but it takes a lot more broccoli to make 100 calories than it does steak. I've got that one in this little article I was checking out. But where do you get your protein? Eating a wide variety of fruit and vegetables will ensure you get the appropriate amino acids that are much easier for the body to use than consuming protein in the form of animal proteins. Plant-based foods are high in fiber too and devoid of cholesterol. So they're just basically building up, talking about them, you know, the benefits. They're trying to sell people. I mean, sell people, I don't mean in a bad way, but it's just they're breaking it down and giving them a little bit more of a beginner's approach. Every food that you eat contains amino acids, some lower than others, but nonetheless contain these wonderful protein building blocks. Our bodies are incredibly intelligent and can take the food you eat, break it apart, and absorb the nutrients it needs from that food item. When we digest foods, the amino acid chains are broken down and made ready for our bodies to use. Eating wide varieties of plants and plant foods will ensure that you get a wide variety of different amino acids. And here's what I'm talking about. You could eat 100 calories of broccoli, which would be 4 cups, and receive 11.2 grams of protein, or you could eat 100 calories of steak, which is just a very small piece, and receive 5.4 grams. So that's a little misleading, even though technically it's true. It says, in fact, there are many vegan bodybuilders, ultra marathon runners, and award-winning athletes. But like I say, this is more of a vegan article here, so they're probably taking into account the beans also. But all of your protein needs can be met with a plant-based diet. Below is a list, including but not limited to, which can act as a quick reference for getting you started on consuming amino acid-rich plant foods. I won't go through every single one, but I'm going to go through some of the ones that I'm interested in. I see why they talk about it. The chia seeds, a quarter cup of chia seeds is 12 grams of protein. Quarter cup of hemp seeds, 10 grams of protein. Quarter cup sunflower seeds, 8 grams of protein. An ounce of spirulina, 16 grams of protein. Now that I've been pretty heavy on, not heavy, just doing it regularly. I'd say I've been pretty good for about a month now, and I've been doing my spirulina. So I'm just trying to kind of add up. If I can get my spirulina in there, I'm not going to any protein supplement. I'm going to do the best I can, but I'm not taking any whey protein supplement. I'm not even going to take a green protein supplement. I'm just going to do what I can to get it through these natural means. Not all that much. Quinoa, a quarter cup dry, is 6 grams. Sesame seeds are pretty high. Pumpkin seeds pretty high. A cup of mushrooms has 5 grams. Now we're getting into things that are probably going to be cooked a little bit more. The peas, 1 cup equal 8 grams. I'm surprised they don't have beans on here, lentils. Maybe this is more about... It's a vegan website, but they are kind of, I think they're leaning more towards the raw vegan style because, yeah, they left out the beans on here. But asparagus, now when you get down in there and they say, you know, it's kind of funny, people talk about, oh yeah, even lettuce has protein. Well, romaine, a cup of romaine has 1 gram of protein. Almonds, you know, they're not even, an ounce of almonds has 6 grams of protein. You get into the kale. Kale has, a cup of kale has 2.5 grams. Now the sprouts, that's why I'm digging these sprouts. A cup of sprouts equals 5 grams. Now you're not going to eat that many. I was just looking because I'm doing this for the selenium. The Brazil nuts, a cup of the Brazil nuts is 20 grams. But yeah, you're never, I don't know why they even put that in there. You're not going to sit down. I don't even know how much fat that would be to eat a cup of Brazil nuts. Spinach, a cup of spinach is 5 grams. So I feel like right now, where I'm getting mine from pretty well, is I'm doing my spirulina every day. I have spinach or kale almost every day. I know I'm supposed to rotate them, but I just really lean towards the spinach. I don't do broccoli as much. Probably should do that. A cup of broccoli is 5.7 grams. Now I have some cauliflower tonight. Cauliflower not as much. A cup of cauliflower, 2 point something grams. You need to pay attention to this, people. Like I say, so that's about it. I'm not going to get into details and give you a whole lot of numbers. I just want to give you the bottom line. And the bottom line is what I always preach. Do your own research. Don't just put your health in the hands of the gurus, because as I go further and further on this journey, and I'm not going to sit here because I could be wrong too. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm finding things where they're wrong, because who knows, maybe it's me that's wrong, but I'm finding a lot of things that just don't resonate with me through experience. So it's got to pass my test. You know, I don't really have a lot of reverence for people's titles or how long they've done something. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going back to this. I've got that instinct of knowing when somebody is giving me good information, and I'm good at knowing when somebody's blowing smoke up my you-know-what. And the takeaway I just want you to have on this is you do need protein, okay? Sometimes people get whole scared because they jump into this. You know, you've read the China study about animal protein. That's animal protein that's causing the problems in people. And so we kind of get turned off to the protein, and protein just becomes this thing like, oh no, it's nothing to really worry about. Well, it is something to be aware of. And a lot of it has to do too. There is protein, there are the correct amino acids in a lot of these foods that we're eating. But another problem that we have to be careful of on the raw vegan lifestyle, another reason to make sure we're getting enough calories, is a lot of these nutrients, we can get all the nutrients we need from this plant-based lifestyle, but we have to get enough of it to get all these nutrients that we need on this plant-based lifestyle. So that's why we need to really pack the calories in. And, well, you know what I mean by that. I'm not a calorie packer. I don't stuff them in. I don't go crazy. But I do see the value of keeping your calories up. And I almost feel like I'm getting in better shape. I almost feel like I'm a little leaner with eating more calories, which is what they say. But yeah, you know, check this stuff out for yourself. Don't just listen to what somebody says and like check it off and say, okay, well, so and so said this, so this is what it is, and I don't need to look into this. You definitely need protein. You need more protein if you're doing, if you're more athletic, if you're using your body more. But you can get it. So the takeaway from this though is you can get it. I don't think I don't have a problem getting my protein being a raw vegan. So you can do it. You just have to put a little work into it. You have to know, you have to pay attention. I have to pay attention with all this stuff. It really is. I haven't done any more deficiency videos as far as, because that takes a lot of reading, and I'm kind of a bad student. I feel like I'm in school sometimes. I've just been like, okay, I'm not. The next one I'm looking at is iodine. I just haven't been ready to jump back into it yet. But I'm finding out, and I think sometimes I get overwhelmed a little bit, because I'm finding out, like, I'm going from one level, I think, in the last 3, 4, 5 months. I'm kind of transitioning from one level to another level, and that's that level where I keep talking about filling in the gaps. In the beginning, one of the big gaps, just didn't eat enough food, got emaciated, wasn't getting enough in. And you just go little by little, you learn a little bit more. Now I'm starting to really, and we all kind of get drunk on the fairy dust when we first come into this lifestyle. And we hear the people that tell us all these magical tales of this and that without any practicality in there. And then I'm just starting to find they're becoming exposed to me as I get further into this, and as I see, well, no, we do need to put a little bit more work into it. It's not just grazing fruit and vegetables. We have to have the right things in our diet. We have to make sure that we're getting this variety and including these things that have key nutrients that we need. Anyhow, hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. So please subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends. There may be some other raw vegans out there that could use a little info on protein, and it might just, like I say, there's not a lot of info in here where you're going to take notes and say, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. You probably want to look into it again yourself. Oh, I do want to mention that where I was getting those numbers, and this is a friend that I've met recently on the internet, and she's coming down to Costa Rica for the Envision Festival in February, is livelovefruit.com. There's some really wonderful articles on there, and she's a really nice young lady from Canada. Her name's Carly. Carly, if you happen to be watching this one, just wanted to give you a shout out. There's some really good informative articles like this, though. If Mr. Senile can remember, and somebody might have to say, hey, dude, you forgot, I'll put the link down below. But, yeah. I hope you guys are having a great week. Making this on Wednesday, so we're over hump day. Yay! I don't care about hump day. I live in paradise. Love you guys. Peace.